from Doctors for Life certain things that a parent can be on the lookout for um, when it comes to substance abuse, to make sure that the child is maybe not getting involved uh, with drug abuse, or has started experimenting with it. And I'm just going to go through a few of the things that parents can look out for, and of course these are also for children, to see if these things are not influencing my life. A child who's untidy, for instance, that used to be tidy now, one must be careful with these things. Don't rush into something. If you think that your child is starting with drug abuse or is an abuser, and if you see the child is untidy in his room, that he must be a drug addict. No, these are just points to look at, to make sure that isn't maybe there a few of these things changing the child's life. So the first thing is untidiness. If a child used to be tidy and his room starts getting untidy, a lack of interest in things which he used to like. He maybe used to like to do certain sports, and now you find him spending more time with friends. And of course the type of friends that the child might choose might also show to a parent that something is wrong. Change in eating patterns. I know, for instance, people who smoke a lot tend to not eat sweet things anymore. It's interesting, but one of the things they say is that it's because it affects your taste buds, and so you'll find a change of eating patterns there. Many drugs lead to a loss of appetite of eating, and one of the recent studies showed that dacha is one of them. So there are many changes in eating patterns that can take place. Isolation and withdrawal, especially from family gatherings and so on. The child doesn't want to eat with the parents. If there's a normal supper time, they prefer to be alone in the room and so on. Often being absent from home, and you don't know where your child is. A high turnover of friends. I have spoken of friends, but a high turnover of different types of friends. Every day you see another person coming in, might also be an indication of your child being involved with friends that he shouldn't be involved with. Unexplained mood swings, that can be anger, depression, many different types of mood swings that the child could have. Outbursts could be another sign of drug abuse. Dishonesty, lies. If you find your child is lying a lot, and with drug abuse often children do, they would lie about many different things to try and cover up the fact that they are actually abusing drugs. Obviously also things like theft and home, things then being stolen, getting lost, and you find out that it was your child who's stealing things. Lies I've mentioned. And then a drop in school performance, of course, and if it's an adult, in work. If the performance in duties drop, concentration, not being able to concentrate in school and in class, child often would go through, experience these things if he is involved with drugs. And these are things just to help parents especially, but also children, to make sure if there's not maybe a problem. But of course, don't just take an isolated thing. If a child is just untidy in the room once, that now my child is a drug addict, no. But if there's a few of these things that you've noticed, then it's worthwhile investigating.